do it. You know I can," he said. "That's my baby." I darted off after that, resolving on Monday that I'd go to the principal and tell him about the conversation I heard. I needed that much time to work up my nerve. I really wish I wasn't such a coward then. That night, Malcolm went into Taco Bell and put 3 bullets in Chase Stanford's chest. It was all over Facebook. My feed went from cute animal rescue stories and memes to holy poop, someone shooting up Taco Bell. The only person killed was Chase, and thank God no one else was injured, but it shook me to the core when it came out that the shooter was Malcolm. I thought this was extremely weird, especially after what I heard from him in Miss Bell's room. This was even more freaky when I came to the realization that Chase Stanford was another one of Miss Bell's favorite students. It was like everyone went effing crazy over the span of a single night. My mom ended up guarding the door with a gun while my dad watched the back door while wielding a baseball bat. I was ordered to stay in my room, and if I heard anything suspicious to immediately call 911. Turns out this wasn't the only thing that happened that night. Malcolm's murder spree had only just begun, and it wasn't only him who had suddenly gained a lust for blood. An hour after Malcolm murdered Chase, someone broke into a party at Elijah's house and proceeded to beat the hell out of him before putting another bullet in his back. Unlike Chase, Elijah managed to survive after some serious surgery, although he'd never walk again. Another one of Miss Bell's favorite students, Elijah, the head of the debating team and one of the hottest guys in class. Something was really wrong about this. Yet this wasn't the end of that night. Malcolm ended up getting stabbed to death that night by someone else. He was found bleeding out on a street corner. He didn't even make it until the medics got there. In his jacket pocket was a confession and a dedication. He was doing this all for his girl, to prove that he was going to be her true love forever and ever. Murder everywhere. Everyone in my school made it their responsibility to keep everyone updated as soon as they could. All I could do was watch. Max Reed broke into Brad Watson's house with a knife and murdered his parents. Brad ended up throwing Max down the stairs and the idiot broke his neck. Brad then broke into the hospital where Elijah was being treated and tried to get to him. He obviously got arrested. Someone broke into Jake Curtis's house and when he found out Jake wasn't there, ended up shooting both of his parents. Jake wasn't there because he was choking Oliver Ballard to death. The list goes on, and there was a clear pattern. Each of the murderers/victims were the favorites of Miss Bell. I had a breakdown and told my parents what I'd figured out. They immediately called the cops and tipped them off. Of course the cops went to Miss Bell's house, but she was long gone. She'd probably not even returned home after school let out. Her car was found abandoned a few miles out of town. I ended up getting questioned about the other favorites, and I listed who else I knew was rumored to be a favorite. I'd like to think I saved a few lives by doing that. I didn't save Sean's though. When the police caught up to him, he'd been in the process of shooting another student in the head. The mystery second shooter. I don't know how they talked him down from the gun, but he was brought in. He's going to spend a long time in prison. The sun came up and over a dozen people were dead. 5 favorites remained and all of them were locked up in prison. Their stories were basically all the same though. Miss Bell told them that they had to. She'd managed to manipulate all of her teenage lovers into murdering each other before she skipped town. Why, we don't know. Miss Bell's gone with the wind. Heck, they found out that wasn't even her real name. Her real identity is a mystery. Even to this day, every week I go visit Sean in prison. I'm proud of him for sticking around. Last time I saw him though, I noticed something on his left hand, a golden ring. I asked who gave it to him. He just smiled and changed the subject, but I'm worried about him. I wonder if Miss Bell is still lurking around, waiting for her favorite student to get out of prison.